Within a 2-week span, 2 staff members of different school districts are accused of inappropriately touching students. Former Fontenelle Elementary first grade teacher Greg Sedlicek is charged with at least 7 counts of sexual assault of a child. A Wilson Middle School paraeducator in Council Bluffs resigned over allegations of fondling a student. CB Schools said the parents were in charge of filing a police report. In Nebraska, prosecutors say Sedlicek committed many assaults before being turned in. But Deputy Douglas County Attorney Brenda Beadle says eventually the reporting laws worked to stop Sedlicek.
Yes, they're in place. They just have to be utilized. So yes, we have good laws that require mandatory reporting, and that's what the law is, and as long as people abide by that, then they work.
Gene Klein, the executive director of Project Harmony, says Nebraska and Iowa have similar reporting laws, but there are differences. In both, everyone is a mandatory reporter. But in Iowa, professionals who work with children are specifically named. People in health care, mental health care, social work, child care, education, and law enforcement.
Part of the reason why Iowa narrowed it down to specific disciplines is that if you fail to report, you could lose your license. That's one consequence that could happen, where the state of Nebraska kept theirs general enough where they didn't want people to think that those are the only reporters of abuse or neglect.
Klein adds, if you suspect child abuse, it's not up to you to prove it. Call 911 or the Child Abuse Hotline.
The lessons, especially over the last several weeks, is if you believe that something might not look right or you feel like there's potential abuse or neglect and you're suspecting it, please report it.
And some tips to watch out for if a child doesn't disclose abuse. Look for signs of sexual behaviors in children, physical injuries, or serious neglect where kids aren't getting their basic needs met. Reporting live, Jake Wazakowski, 3 News Now.